Yeah.
There's a bad part of the bill. What was the second bad part of the bill? Was it fees? Was it that the letter of protection?
No, it's caps on medical damages. Caps on medical damages. Let's say your daughter stopped at a red light. She's waiting at a red light. Drunk driver comes along at 100 miles an hour and rear-ends her. She is paralyzed because this drunk driver who rear-ended her, who is breaking the law. You want the best care for your daughter, right? I do too. You send her to Mayo. You get the very best medical care. You send her to the Shepherd Center of Atlanta to get the very best medical care. You spend $1 million because your child deserves the best. And that son of a biscuit eater who rear-ended her, he should pay for it. Mm-hmm. This law would limit the amount of money you can get from the drunk driver to 140% of Medicaid.
Isn't that socialized medicine?
That is socialized medicine. That is government caps on the value of your daughter's medical care, and that is wrong. Mm-hmm. And who's left holding the bag? Remember, State Farm insures this drunk driver, or Progressive, or Allstate, or Geico, or the Gecko, or Flo, or Jake from State Farm. You name your person. You know them all because we're getting sick of seeing their ads. They spend $9 billion a year on advertising. And now they're looking for a handout in Florida?
Yeah, wow.
This bill would say that State Farm, instead of paying the $1 million that you've paid for, they only have to pay $140,000 or 140% of Medicaid. Mm-hmm. And they get in their shiny shoes with their silk suits and the private jets and fly back up to Chicago and New York with all that money. Mm-hmm. And we in Florida are left holding the bag. You are left holding the bag. Mm-hmm. That's only in the past. In the future, this bill would limit your daughter, what she can collect from that drunk driver, to 140% of Medicaid. That is socialized medicine. That is institutional care. Have you ever been in one of those buildings? You've walked down those halls. You can see the hall. Cinder block line walls and peeling green paint. And you can smell the smell. That's your daughter's future if this bill passes.